delineation got the got the others in a frenzy, man. It's got them really discombobulated all over the place, man. This this delineation that my people is doing, that we organically. I want to congratulate and big up my folks for doing this. You know, like it's a major move. It's a major move. We're doing things that I can only say I can feel it, but I can only put it in words as uh, I'm sure our ancestors, is proud, man. Like, and that's light. The word proud to me is light. Like I believe like we putting in the work that we picking up where they left off, and we doing it in a different manner. But man, we picking up where they left off, and we pushing that line, man. We no longer letting people identify us, you know, downplay, water down our contributions, tether onto us. You know what I'm saying? Rub our belly. That's what I always call it. You know, like try to sue. You know what I mean? You deal with these soothsayers. You know what I mean? These fucking uh, manipulators. You know what I mean? Just pure gaslighting ass. Passive aggressive ass folks, man. And don't get it twisted. It could be right in your own backyard too. It could be on. Somebody look just like you. It could be somebody look just like you. You know what I mean? Adopting your language. You know what I mean? Speaking in your tongue. Look just like you. And it make it just really is bothering me. At the same time, it's comical. It's very, very comical. And that's how I always say, that's how you know you're doing the right thing. When you getting pushback on something that ain't, you know what I mean? We not up here fighting to cause destruction or what they want to, highlight or gaslight on division. Like, we ain't trying to cause no division. If anything, boom, go read your word. Go read the word, You know who the first person, who the first entity that created race? That's the Most High. It wasn't called race because this ain't no race. It ain't no race. We're not even on the same fucking spectrum. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call it a race, but that's you know what I mean. We weren't created uh, uh, the same. We wasn't created the same. We wasn't created the same. Like it's pretty weird that once motherfuckers start to stand up and speak for, you know, the injustices, the the bullshit that's been going on for centuries. You know what I mean? That a lot of my people had to, take it on the chin. You know, take it on the chin. And that ain't even the narrative. That ain't even the narrative. Follow me. That ain't even the fucking narrative. A lot of my people didn't take it on the chin. Like, as you can see, we all living through. We all living with the luxuries of my people to this day. Even if you don't give a fuck about me or my mother or my kids or my sisters or my brothers or none of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? You can't admit that you know what I mean? That you are benefiting off of the backs of my people, and you try to hate on the ones that, like, boom, we still roaming. You know what I mean? We still pushing right here. I'm one of them. I got the blood of my ancestors burning through my soul every day, daily. in everything I do. When I fuck a bitch, like shit, she can feel that she fucking with a warrior. You heard me? That's straight up. When you play ball against me, shit, you gotta know that, man. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to take your head off. I'm trying to leave you there. You know what I mean? Stunned. Boxing, oh yeah, hell no. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to take your shit off. And then at the end, boom, I shake your hand because you know that's just sports. I heard that once. You know, I heard that from a you know, I guess a historian or you know a scholar or what have you. You know, he speaks on that. Like he speaks on that. I'm sure y'all heard of him, Tariq Nasheed. You know what I mean? Like he speaks on the fact that that's the only arena. That's the only arena that they can't finagle. Like because the rules is the rules. The rules is the rules. You know what I mean, pull rabbits out the hat or throw banana peels on me. You can't make up fucking, you know, policies and disenfranchisements and shit like that. Like you either fast or you're not. You either got power or you don't. You either can jump high or you can't. Like, you know what I mean? But look, back to what I was saying as far as this delineation, man. This delineation got niggas' heads spinning, man. Got these motherfuckers, you know, foaming out the mouth, man. I'm talking like from the back, you know, the back door strategies. Niggas is trying to, you know, attach. You know, and just a week ago, boom, it was all good. Just a week ago, motherfuckers was like, man, y'all ain't got no culture. Y'all ain't got no culture. No, knowing damn well they was talking out the side of their neck. You know what I mean? We already knew that. You know, we already knew that. Like, it's like, what? You sound bogus as hell. You sound corny as fuck. Like, you literally looking just like me. And I ain't never been to your homeland. I've never been over there. And I ain't shitting on your homeland. That's the crazy thing. I just never had no, I don't have no desire to go to your homeland. I don't, you know what I mean? Have no, look, I don't even, when there's some new restaurants in these little shopping centers that these white folks be, you know what I mean, snatching your culture and building shit like that, Mediterranean food and all kind of shit, African food. I don't even have no desire to eat your food. You know what I mean? But that don't mean I hate you. That don't mean I hate you. They're taking this they're taking this delineation shit like as if we got some like type like fuck 'em attitude. Which you know, if it depends on who you ask. Like boom, if you ask me, yes, I do believe in fuck you. You know what I mean? I am on some fuck you, fuck 'em type shit. You know what I mean? Mainly because I take this whole journey, this whole life experience that I'm going through, dealing with you know, the different bullshit that has been laid before me and my people, and then you know my people after me, my kids, everything after me. I take this shit personal because it's like, yo, like, also, you mean to tell me if we just get out and you know what I mean, we just get on some barbaric ass shit, we just get on some old uh you know, strap up and just take it. Oh man, I always look at that shit as easy, man. That shit is easy. That shit is easy as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? People talk about gangster this or what they would do, and you know, this social media got people so out of their fucking minds on reality, so far removed from reality. It's like you know damn well you've been holding on to that same rusty ass nine or whatever the fuck revolver or whatever you got, your AK. You know people talk about 223s, all this bullshit, and it's like, man, you ain't like that. You know what I mean? You're not like that, and I don't even want you to prove it either. I don't want you to prove it. I don't wish that on nobody. You're just not like that. You know, you're not like that. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. fucking backdooring, you know, trying to backdoor the lineage. Like, you know, all this time, I got people that's Caribbean, I got people that's African. You know what I mean? I grew up with my cousins, and I ain't never looked down on them. You know what I mean? The only thing we noticed that they talk different. That's it. That's it. All this time, I ain't never know that. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying that they per se was having this type of vitriol towards me, or what have you. But I didn't know that on that side of the, you know, world, or that side of the fence, motherfuckers is literally, you know, having, you know, that disdain for us. I didn't know that shit. I didn't even know that shit, man. Growing up, I did not know this shit. And I'm sure plenty of my people can attest to this. We did not know this shit, you know, cause a motherfucker will look just like you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker will look just like you, you know. But boom, here's a little side note, disclaimer. I remember growing. It's kind of like the Latinos. I ain't never played ball against a Latino growing up. Maybe one or two. You know what I mean? And it's spotted. It's sporadic. It ain't even like literally we balling every day. Like how I grew up. How I grew up. You know what I mean? So it was this. I could say it was the same thing with even Africans and Jamaicans and all them. Like I didn't literally grow up playing ball sports against these motherfuckers. Follow me. What I'm saying is damn, y'all wasn't even on the field. Y'all wasn't even on the court. Y'all wasn't on the field. You wasn't even in the game. But and that says something. So you on the sidelines. So you on the fucking sidelines. You in the bleachers, watching like ooh and then eyeing. You know what I mean? Pom poms or what have you. You know what I'm saying? And now here it is. Fast forward now. You know, you the next generation. You know, the kids of the motherfuckers that I play ball against. And y'all got some like, I don't know where it's coming from, but it had to have came from your parents or your grandparents. It had to. Maybe the ones that I was around was pussy, you know. But I believe it was just wasn't the climate for them to even talk reckless. Kind of like this Fat Joe shit saying that, you know, hip hop is 50-50 and all this shit. Knowing damn well that's a bold-faced lie. Like, you gotta know that's a bold-faced lie. And it ain't even coming from a space of what we create. We trying to hold it to where you can't enjoy it or what have you. But you're not gonna sit here and take from our lineage. That's the point of the delineation. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, is you friend or foe? If you ask me personally, I don't believe in friends at all. You either family or you not. You know, because everything else, boom, it's business, man. With me, it's business. You can see it in every angle of my life. And you'll know who my family is because, boom, my shoulders is lowered around them. Not if we're in public, boom, that family member that's next to me, boom, they'll tell you that he's on gold. He's smiling at you, you know, he might, you know, hold the door, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to give you the respect. But one thing for sure, it's all business. It's all fucking business. Now, if you're like that, you know, put that on the table. Put that on the table. You're not going to rub my fucking belly. You're not going to continue to rub my belly. You rubbed my ancestors' bellies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas squeeze free labor from our people. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, fast forward, and now you got your bitch ass offspring that's spitting out, oh, what have y'all done? Y'all was farm equipment. Y'all was farm equipment. Like, you wild as you wild. Like, I'm a walking testimony that you dumb as rocks. I'm a walking testimony. Any arena that I've been in y'all education system, I've excelled in. And that's even with the banana pills and the the blockages, you know, from trying to allow me to reach my full potential. I still push through. And that's coming from a praying mother and a praying grandmother, along with the other variables in my life. It has allowed me to keep going. Okay, boom, we ain't gonna give up. Okay, boom, we trip, we fall, we get the fuck back up. You know what I mean? Now, like how I always say, I wish I can plug myself up. I wish I can conjoin with a lot of my brothers and sisters, and we can download my drive. You know what I mean? Just like if it's something that I'm lacking and they got, I wish we can all come. You know what I mean? Uh, 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 Unify and be able to work together, because that's how it should be, right? That's how it should be. That's how it should be. We're the only motherfuckers in this society, in this ecosystem that have that kind of spirit. Everyone else is playing for keeps, which, hey, that's why I say, if you want to put that on the table, oh man, like you already know how it go. You're going to be on the sideline. You're going to be on the sideline. If it's literally play for keeps, man, shit, all I need is 3 hours of sleep. And I swear I'm up and you sleep. I swear that's how it's going to be. Excuse me. While you sleep, I'm up. It's like that now. But I'm just saying, like, hey, man, I already noticed that. It's like, oh, okay, you niggas is getting your panties in the bunch over, motherfuckers redefining, because we ain't even define ourselves for that African American shit. I've never called myself an African American in my life. Filling out apps and, your forms and your paperwork, this is what they have on the form. I'm going to bubble the bubble that I have to bubble. You know what I mean? That they put the label on my people. I'm going to bubble that just so I can identify myself. I ain't even gonna lie to you. After X amount of years of me noticing this, and this was in my 20s when I started doing this shit. I'll see the don't choose not to disclose. Boom, I'm marking that. You're gonna have to just figure it out. You're gonna have to just figure it the fuck out. You know, I mean, you're gonna see my accolades. You're gonna see my credentials and shit. You know what I mean? My certs and everything. And that automatically you're gonna be on some like, damn, he's eating out my own. I can't play the nepotism role. I can't play the, you know, trying to hire somebody that looked like me over, them black folks. This nigga is more qualified than everybody that I even told to come apply. You know what I'm saying? But I still play the incognito role. You know what I mean? I still do it. On some, hey, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me regardless, man. When I step in your arena, I'm going to be me regardless. You're not going to water me down. You're not going to dim my shine. None of that shit. I only, look, the Bible talks about us having to do commerce with you. You being the borrower, you being the lender, and I'm being the borrower. You know what I mean? So meaning like I gotta come to you for work. I gotta come to you. You know what I mean? Like you gotta know that it's a lot of my people, and, speaking specifically straight from my mouth. There's a lot of my people that, man, can't stand doing barter with y'all, man. Can't stand doing none of this shit. Like we've been on our own personal boycotts, our own personal fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't rock with them. Nah, the people be like, oh, you tried this place yet? Nah, man, I'm straight. And they look at you weird, and it's like, if I was to tell you why, you still won't, you know what I mean, understand. Because, you know what I mean, you stuck in your ways. You're stuck in your ways. Like, I'd rather go to the icy lady, like how I grew up. I'd rather go to Miss Johnson that's selling the plates. I'd rather go to my Uncle Jim, you know what I mean, that's selling the plates. Like, what's the problem? Or I could just cook myself, have my lady cook our own shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not missing out on nothing. I say that about 1,000,000 times a week, man. Ain't shit I'm missing, man. I love that. I love that the Most High has preserved me. It gets you the fuck out the way. That's what this is. That's what this is. You know what I mean? Hey man, I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna step in. That's what the Most High is saying. I'm gonna step in. You know what I mean? You realizing that you're dealing with a foe, right? Now that you realize they ain't no fucking friend, you realizing you're dealing with a foe. So I'm gonna step in. So you know you don't forfeit your position because I still need you. You know this is bigger than the purpose. I got a bigger picture. This is way bigger than this little moment right here. They thinking that this is major. You know, on some life or death shit, which it is. Which it is, but you get what I'm saying. It don't stop here. It definitely don't stop here. What all this really is about, what all this really is about, is a competition, is competing for. They see our motion in towards these reparations, you know, and of course, their youth, the young, is noticing that, man, they don't really have nothing to fall on. They don't really have nothing to look forward to, shall I say. Yeah, let me say that. They don't have nothing to look forward to. It's kind of like the same play them folks did. You get what I'm saying? They squeezed it, you know what I mean? Boom, let's enslave the jewels, enslave the treasures, you know, God's treasures, boom. Strip them of their contributions, you know what I mean? Whether it be the natives, you know what I mean? Which, if you ask me, we're the same people. But anyway, strip them of their contributions, you know what I mean? Their practices, you know what I mean? Their culture. Just strip them of their shit, and we're gonna try to limit their growth. You know what I mean? We're basically going to drink their blood and try to live longer because they realized this, man, centuries ago. They realized this centuries ago that their time is limited. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to look at it like what a mutation is. It is what it is. A mutation is not gonna. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the roots like the foundation, if that makes sense. But anyway, that's a whole nother fucking story. But boom, they realize that they have limited time. Uh, you know what I mean? The sun comes out, boom, they can't get much done. These is facts. Uh, uh, you know what I mean? Like as far as the know-how, the ingenuity, like all that is, and this is not shitting on nobody. I always talk about, man, y'all be so caught up in so much hate that instead of just putting the rightful people up in a position, allowing the rightful people to be in a position, man, this thing will turn around. I swear it will. Not overnight, but you know what I mean? Y'all gotta dumb down on this fuck shit. Straight up. Man, anybody that know me know I don't take good jobs and hey, how's it goings and you know, good morning and you know all the slogans, all the cliche bullshit that they condition you to, you know, to me it rocks you to sleep, the smiles, you know, only from people that I know that I know that is genuine. Like I know that, you know what I mean? Like this person, we actually break bread. We sit down and fucking eat a meal. You know, this person, you know, actually look out for me. Has been around my lady or my son or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it's different. But when it's just any Tom, Dick, or fucking Harry or Sally, yeah, man, hey, you can stuff that bullshit in your sack and keep it moving. Cause I know it's just a bag of air. I know it's just cliche. I know you don't mean it. You know what I mean? You just do it because, hey, I think this is what TV told you to do. This is what your mother and father told you to do. It's kind of like holidays, these holy days or whatever they want to call them. You know what I mean? Like if you don't do it, like you looked at, you feel like you're like this. You're not a quote good person or what have you. When to me me, like if it ain't in you to actually, if you don't have my genuine best interest in your heart, why would you do that? Like, you're not gonna catch me go out my way to say good morning to you when I know our spirits do not fucking connect. We do not connect. I'm not gonna do that. And it's not saying fuck you. At the same time, it is because you're talking to me, but I'm not speaking for everybody. When I say our spirits do not connect, hey man, I just know it ain't like that. I know it ain't like that. I know it ain't like that. Like I notice when things like happen, like events happen in this earth or in society, shall I say, like people only sound off when it comes knocking on their doorstep. Now imagine a world where people sound off purely when it happens to anybody, not even their doorstep. Like I say this all the time. That's why I say I don't believe in the friend shit. Like, like it's common to say greet people up with that shit. Now, hey friend, how's it going, friend? Shit like that. And it's like, I understand it sounds cool. People be like saying, that's what I mean. See what I mean? Like you got to keep it elementary. It's not deeper than what the fuck it is, and you can't look further beyond that. Like it's right there. It stops right there. It's just the you know what I mean? The word that they're saying, and they don't embody that. They wouldn't you know lend you nothing or help you in a crisis or none of that shit. Swear I put this on everything. I've seen it. I've had proof. And you gotta understand. You gotta understand when you're dealing with an equation like that. You gotta uphold your end of that as well. Like meaning, once you see ugly being done to you, man, hey, I ain't saying go out your way to be ugly. All I'm saying is don't go out your way to be friendly. Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah, like I hate when people be like, man, they ain't mean it, or shit like that. Like, please, man, or hugging the killer. This person just knocked your fucking son off the earth or daughter off the earth, and you're in the courtroom smiling and shit. We're not smiling, hugging the damn, you know what I mean, the killer and all that. Like, you're crazy. You're crazy. And that's why I say I ain't saying you gotta actually seek revenge or what have you, which that's a whole nother topic as well. That I'm sure that'll be a battle, most definitely. But when somebody does wrong, you can see they motives, man. You can see it. Why are we gonna sit up here and fucking pretend? People be pretending. Acting like you gotta go get them fucking oxtails. You gotta go get that curry and all that bullshit. Whatever it is that they got in their shit. Like, man, them people don't give a fuck about you. Now, you the ones that do, hey, keep that tight. Keep that tight. And then at the same time, have them uncomfortable conversations. You know what I mean? Have them uncomfortable conversations. Like, speak with the people that are about something, and then be like, hey man, what you think about this? Like, for example, ask them about reparations. You know what I mean? Ask them about reparations. Then you'll see the truth. You'll see, the truth come out. Ask them to go test their people's, test the waters in their people's brains. You know what I mean? Instead of sitting back on their hands and letting shit just grow out of control. You know what I mean? Go check your people. You know what I mean? Like, cause we do that. We see the within our group we have delineations. Motherfuckers be talking about the Pookie and Ray Rays and the Keishas and the Shaniquas and shit like that. It's like, yeah, you got some cool Pookie and Ray Rays, you got some cool Keishas. But you know, some of them don't be cool. Yeah, they will burn this whole shit down. They will take you with them. I understand that. That's in every group. Boom. That so when I say we have delineations within our own fucking group, yeah, we even do that. We even do that with our own. We even do that with our own. Like, man, I just don't fuck with them. I just don't rock with them. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't. They know we don't rock. You know what I mean? They don't know that I don't rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, we used to call different people police. Nah, that nigga's police. You know what I mean? Well, you know, like straight up. Like, that's the people. Like, we don't fuck with the nigga. You know what I mean? So, with the delineation that's going on with these groups getting mad that we're classifying ourselves, redefining ourselves, our identity is no longer just black American. What it went from what? It went from Negro to African American to black American to now foundational black American. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it. Like I said, I see what the play is. The play is the battle for the resources. You know, they no longer can sit on your coattail, ride your coattail. You know what I mean, and backdoor you with the resources. I talked about this for years. Just being in college for scholarships, there was never specific. Uh, well, there'll be with scholarships. Anybody that's been gone in post education system, when you fill out your FAFSA and all that shit, when you apply for scholarships and shit like that, you they'll have different categories. Like boom, you have your Pacific Islander scholarship, or you know what I mean. That they'll have the, you know what I mean, like uh, 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 minority. Like, see what I mean? It's very vague. You know, that one is very vague anyway. It'll be like minorities for minorities, and then they'll have ones that used to say African American, and then they'll come squeeze into that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about these, and technically, that's what they are, African American. Somebody that came from Ghana or what have you, Nigeria or whatever. That person is technically an African American. Like you can't deny that. Now, now they'll get the one that specifically says Ghanaian scholarship or what have you, Nigerian, scholarship. They'll take that and step over into the African American. You see them, mind you, my people can't go over there to the Ghana one and squeeze out of that one. Does that make sense? Like, and that's what would happen. That's been going on for decades. You see what I'm saying? My mother and everybody didn't even know that shit. Like, that's what I've noticed. My people didn't even know that shit was going down. You know, they go get their hair braided from the African lady and shit. And then low key, them motherfuckers is just extracting your bread. But at the same time, are they patronizing your businesses? Is it reciprocal? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? You go get the micro braids from us, sis, and they ain't, you go to, to go to pitch them like, hey man, I got these bags. You think I can put up a, you know what I mean? Put up a rack of these bags in your shop? Because right now they got the brick and mortar. So, boom, you figure being that you patronize their shit, you go get your hair done, and let me throw up a few bags, see how these bags work in your shop. They'll be like, fuck no, you know what I mean? Nah, we ain't got, you know what I mean? Throw out some little excuses or whatever. Or let you get a brick and mortar or whatever. Your shit, they'll let your shit run bone dry. Straight up. I've seen it. I've seen it. Soul food shops get ran bone dry, and what you see right after that, boom, they'll come try to, they got this whole thing that's going to fusion, like they'll have African soul food, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Jamaican soul food, you know what I mean? They got these egg roll egg roll things with fucking yams and and mac and cheese and collard greens all in the egg roll, and you know what I mean? Like, and they'll call it what? Cultural appropriation. I don't believe in that bullshit either. But it's like, you know, so you ain't want to come get the real thing. You don't support the real thing, but you sit back and, you know what I mean, extract and probe and, you know what I'm saying, and steal our shit and try to sell it back to us. Like, yeah, I must admit, you know what I mean, like I said at the top of this shit, like, if that's how we gonna do things, oh man, like, you know, I think we should, you know, just put that on the fucking table. You know, is you friend or foe? Which, you know, like, cause that's basically what that is. It's like you pure up, straight up and down as a foe. You know what I mean? You're trying to take from our shit, and then when it comes to us, what we trying to get popping and cracking and all that, it really bothers your whole get down. It bothers your whole soul. You know, it bothers you because basically we're like, oh man, we gonna gatekeep our shit, man. We gotta get our shit popping, man. We ain't like our, you know, our ancestors where we was in the blind letting y'all motherfuckers, you know, kumbaya office and shit. You know, we trying to get our shit cracking, you know, so our kids have something, you know, when they get older. Because as we can see, a majority of us been working for them folks, you know, for X amount of years, and you know, time is running out. You know, they like to play the long game, just like you. You know, you do everything the colonizers do. This is colonizers' game. You know what I mean? You play the fucking long game, try to run out the clock. You know, on niggas. You know, and I always tell people shit. Man. When my clock is running the fuck out, man, please believe X marks the spot. And then, you know what I mean? X marks the spot, I'm gonna go get it. And then, you know, boom, I'm gonna get the fuck up off this earth. But, I just, I just think it's very sad that, God, the only thing that's providing your lifeline is you stealing from us. You know what I mean? Now motherfuckers is like, man, you gotta hold your own nuts, and it's making you foam out the mouth. It's making your head spin off. And, and that's why I said it exposes that shit. That's how you know it's doing the right thing, because it's like, you do not see us doing that. We're not sitting up here like sitting in the bushes trying to look in your lab windows and shit. We're not trying to, you know what I mean, steal your formulas and shit. But that's what we see. That's what we see. Even your youth sees that. Because the youth they panicking like a motherfucker. The youth is panicking. They don't even know if they coming or going. Why? Because their parents didn't even know if they were coming and going. Everything is getting dry. Everything is getting exhausted. Those lifelines, the veins is getting cut the fuck off. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, this is just what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, it just comes down to, hey, man, what you? I'm sure y'all done heard this. Y'all done grew up with rap music and been around the so-called gangsters and shit. What they used to say, get down and lay down. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. You either friend or foe. And it's just sad. It's sad that it comes down to that, because a lot of you ain't like that, man. A lot of you ain't like that. Y'all come here cosplaying the fuck out of us, man. Y'all come here cosplaying the fuck out of us, and you gotta understand, this is just my bit of advice. I hate the word cool. I hate the word fun. I hate the word cool. Like, I hate that they call my culture cool. Like, and a lot of my culture was based off of being subjugated, based off of it was cultivated and curated out of pain, out of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only see that diamond because of the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're thinking that my culture is niggas is, you know, trying to be cool and trying to be seen and trying to be heard and all that bullshit. When really it's long nights and long days. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't understand that. You know? Is you friend or fucking foe?